some information. It's really unsettling.
He's unhinged.
The Bachelorette premiere is just 2 weeks away, and we have an extended trailer to dive right in. Before we get all into it, we gotta welcome you to our channel. Make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you have not already. As always, I am your host, Zachary Reality, joined with the lovely Blakely McHugh. Blakely, I gotta know, how do you think this season will be different than previous seasons with 2 leads?
I mean, I think that there are going to be so many differences, obviously, because we have 2 leads. So it kind of makes it a little bit difficult to figure out exactly how it's going to work. But I think I heard recently somebody saying, like, sort of like Bachelor in Paradise, you have more options, more dates that we're going to be going on. Maybe we're going to see more double dates with Gabby and Rachel. Maybe that's something that I'm curious about. Like, are we going to be getting those double dates? Are we going to be seeing Rachel and Gabby individually? So how exactly that's going to work. Maybe there's going to be more group dates because the girls need to date more men at the same time. And then I think obviously we're going to keep, the stable points of the show with your cocktail parties and the rose ceremonies. And, we just got this trailer. So we're obviously getting little snippets of some of the things of the dates that we'll be seeing them go on. So we're getting similar dates that we usually see in the other Bachelor shows. It's kind of weird because I feel like it'll be similar in a lot of ways, but obviously so different, again, because there are 2 leads.
Yeah, I wonder how it's going to play out with all the dates as well, because we really don't want 4-hour episodes, but there is more love stories that we're going to dive into and watch. So it'll be interesting if they're doing multiple group dates or if they just go all together. But we'll take a look and we'll see. Now, Mike Fleiss, the creator of the show, did tweet that the women are not going to be pitted against each other. However, they are going to be dating some of the same guys. So we got a few clips to look through. So let's take a look at Gabby and Rachel getting ready for their journey.
I think we're ready.
Just can't believe that this is my life right now.
I think Gabby and I will get our happy ending.
See, I'm just so excited for their friendship. Like, a lot of, fans of the show were like, 2 leads, not just one. I'm just like, no, we need them both because I love the friendship dynamic. How do you think they're going to balance each other out throughout the season? How do you think they're going to work together to make sure they both find love?
Truthfully, I think that they're going to work together how they did on Clayton's season. I feel like they were very supportive of one another, but at the same time, like, think back to that rose ceremony with it was supposed to be the 3 of them, but it then ended up just being the 2 of them. They went their own separate ways and handled their emotions individually because obviously it's awkward because their emotions are over the same man. So, like, how do you support somebody who's also, like, loving and in love with somebody that you love or are in love with? So I kind of find that they'll play that out similarly maybe in the Bachelorettes. Like, they're obviously going to support one another, but if it's over the same guy, I find that maybe they'll keep those feelings and emotions separately so that they don't get their friendship all messed up and intertwined. But I'm like you, Zach. I'm almost more excited about watching their friendship versus watching their love story.
Yeah, I know. I love their dynamic. It's kind of similar to Caitlyn and Tayshia when they were hosting last year. I wouldn't mind seeing Rachel and Gabby date the same guy. I mean, they have to kind of feel it out and see which guys, work best for them. But ultimately, we hope that they fall in love with different guys. But as you mentioned, they fell in love with Clayton and they were able to keep that separate. So I don't think they'll have an issue. But on every Bachelorette season, there always is an issue when there is a villain. Every good Bachelor season has a villain. So let's take a look at this next clip to see who might be showing up and making a scene.
I just got some information. It's really unsettling.
He's unhinged.
Okay, why are you here?
Okay, Blakely. I mean, we see this every season. There's always a villain. It sometimes comes across staged, overly produced. Do we think it's going to be like that again with this short snippet? Do we think it's going to be one of those like, all right, we're not going to believe this? Or do you think there really is some drama and maybe some F-boys that got their way onto the show?
I mean, I think that there's always a little bit of both, right? You can't have a season without some produced drama villain going on, but there's also just natural drama that I think just happens. That's what happens when you throw 30 men or women going after one person. Basically, you're gonna have some cat fights here or there. What I am just absolutely loving about this snippet is just seeing Rachel and Gabby together. They're walking in, going after whoever they're going after here. together. You know, Rachel's filling Gabby in on some information, and I just love to see this dynamic duo. And I have to imagine that it's really difficult being a lead and going through this on your own, not having somebody to that's experiencing what you're experiencing or talk about with. So I just love this little snippet because it just shows us like we are going to get like the dynamic duo with these two.
Oh, for sure. If there is a guy who's here for the wrong reasons, you're not just going to hear it out of Gabby. Rachel's going to be right there. It'll be like two
Yes.
girls coming together to shut down any of the guys who are not here for the right reasons. So we're glad that they have each other. And I mean, it's going to be a good season. Everyone's really looking forward to it. I've noticed in Bachelor Nation online, like everyone's just ready. We're 2 weeks away.
Yeah.
It's been months with no Bachelor. Everyone is kind of ready to get back into it.
The other thing that I love about the two of them is I feel like they're very yin and yang with one another. Like we have Gabby who always sort of put on this, I feel like in a sense, a stronger front when we watched with Clayton. Like she gave him attitude, she gave it back, she really held him accountable. It seemed like she held herself a little bit stronger, whereas Rachel was just like extremely emotionally distraught over the situation with Clayton when he said he loved other women. And so she seemed like a little bit more emotional. We obviously got that iconic scene where she's sitting on the steps crying. Here again, we have in this trailer, she's on the ground crying. I mean, Zach, are we going to get a lot of tears from Rachel on the ground? Like, we need chairs here or something.
It's become Rachel's brand to cry on the floor. So I hope that we see more of that throughout this season. I mean, there's always tears on a Bachelor journey. I mean, you're dating so many men, you're breaking up with them, you're sometimes having feelings for them, and it hurts even more. And then there's always the emotions that got brought into it when you're dating and you're being vulnerable. So I think we'll see lots of tears, lots of laughs, but hopefully a lot of love this season. We have one more last clip to show you guys, and then I want to hear your final thoughts.
Controversy is going to create war. I'm ready to fight.
What even happened?
I don't want to give my heart to someone just to have it broken.
Okay, a lot's going on here. It's gonna be a crazy season. I can't wait for like a longer trailer because I still feel like we don't know exactly what's gonna go down. What are you hoping to see this season? How do you think this is gonna play out?
I mean, yeah, they just keep giving us these tiny little teasers, and I'm over these 20 to 30 seconds. Like, give me a full thing. But I mean, it's doing its job, right? It's getting me excited, so I'm ready for it. I think what I'm hoping to see, I mean, we've talked about it so much. I want to see Rachel and Gabby, like this ultimate friendship duo. I want to see them support each other. I want to see them have fun. I'm excited that there's, you mentioned earlier, like there's going to be a little bit of a difference here. The fact that they're filming on a cruise for a little bit. So I'm curious, like what those dates are going to be. I also feel like we finally started getting back to normal type of The Bachelor with Clayton's season where they actually got to travel and go do different types of dates and like these really cool dates that we hadn't seen for a little bit, at least in Tayshia's season, Matt's season, even Katie's season. They just felt a little bit less, if you will. So I'm excited to actually get a full Bachelorette experience because we've sort of been missing out on that for so long. I'm excited to actually love the lead as well because I don't think a lot of people loved Clayton / would have chosen Clayton to be the Bachelor, but I feel like everybody is on board behind Gabby and Rachel being the Bachelorettes. So I'm super excited to actually really love the lead and be rooting for them and want them. So that's what I'm looking forward to, I think, the most. You obviously hope for love, but you just always a toss-up when it comes to the Bachelor if they're actually going to leave with somebody that's going to be for good. So I'm just hoping for like lots of fun, a little less drama because I cannot deal with another like shrimp gate and all those other moments in Clayton's season that just are so pointless to me. I can't deal with another crown being ripped off of somebody's head. Like, let's get rid of the pointless drama. We can have some real stuff, but let's get rid of the stupid.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the cruise ship as well. It is truly something different. I'm ready to feel the nostalgic sweet life on deck vibes. And it's funny because in this clip right here, we can see a guy is crying right outside of the cruise ship. So odds are he got thrown overboard. It didn't work out for him. I'm like, what if they want to send someone home and they're in the middle of the ocean, Blakely? Like, do they just go on a dinghy and they're like, gotta go? Like, do they make it back to shore safe? Like, it's gonna be crazy to see.
Fortunately, the cruise ship is so large, like maybe they have a quarantine section for the people that get kicked off, you know? Like, this is your section until we get to land.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, yeah, I definitely can echo everything you were saying. This season's going to be so much fun. Double Bachelorettes, the friendship, love. I'm kind of here for a little crown ripoff if necessary. A little drama, never hurt nobody. It could help the ratings.
We know you
We
love it.
definitely want to hear from you guys. Let us know what you're most excited to see on this upcoming season of The Bachelorette. The premiere is July 11th, so just 2 weeks away. Be sure to let us know in the comments down below and subscribe and ring the bell before you head out of here and help us get to 100,000 subscribers here at Shared News. As always, I'm your host, Zachary Reality, joined with the lovely Blakely McHugh. Our social media handles are on the screen right now. Be sure to give us a follow. Come say hello. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye.